Harper. I got your hand.
Movies that shaped me. Enjoying something and being able to say years later that you still enjoy them is spectacular. My favorite films have stayed the same since I was little and shown no signs of changing. I believe these movies have helped me become who I am and shape my personality. My 3 most favorite movies that changed my life are the ones I'm speaking about: The Wizard of Oz, Pokemon 3 Entei, and Harry Potter. As for Wizard of Oz, it became a Christmas tradition after being broke, basically, and having very few channels to choose from, and that just happened to be on one of them. We now watch it yearly, and some of the great values that it teaches you is to keep an imagination no matter what's happening, whether you're in a coma thanks to a hurricane, or a tornado actually, and it also teaches you about great family values, as in her dream, most of her family represented different characters that were in the movie. Pokemon 3 Entei. It taught me just how important it was to cherish your family. They're not always going to be there for you, but it still feels like that they're there even when they're not. And that's very important for some people because you don't really get the choice to see your family again, and just to feel like that they're still there for you is also very important. It's also taught me to love what I have and cherish it, regardless if it feels like I've been ripped off from life. Even if one of my parents were to die, I would still cherish their memory and love them regardless, and my imagination would probably still go wild sometimes. If I was a child, such as in the movie, when she lost her parents, her imagination went wild and magic was involved. And it really helped her get by with her life, and it was extremely important to her in her imagination because it was a little girl who just lost her father, and after she had already lost her mother. The third movie that shaped me is Harry Potter. It taught me the true value of friendship and how it can help you through the toughest of times, even when you don't have a normal family unit. As Harry was abused by his aunt and his uncle, and his parents were dead, and throughout the movies and the books you learn that friendship is always there for you even when your family is not, and that even through the toughest of times you have someone there for you. It also taught me how important an imagination is. I know that I said that about Pokemon, but Harry Potter helped more so because you are learning about magic and all these other things, and even when you're having a hard time, you can imagine that this stuff is real and that it's happening, and that it's actually a very true, passionate thing. I think the most important way that Harry Potter changed my life was that it ignited my true passion for reading and writing, and it opened so many doors of possibilities to me. The movies made me want to read the books, and from reading the books it made me want to read more books and find other series like that and write. And writing has become a big part of who I am now. It's my favorite thing to do is sit down and write and also read. In conclusion, the 3 movies that changed my life that I spoke about are all extremely important to me and helped me shape who I am today. It's weird to think that how this little movie that you watched for fun, for entertainment, can change your life, regardless of how it did or why it did. It's just somehow along the way it did change you, and it made you appreciate who you are.